Okay, let us solve the question number 5, which says that the period of function fx, where fx equal to sine x by 3 minus pi by 2, where x is real. Okay, so we have to find out the period. We know that sine the x is a periodic function of 2 pi. Okay, it's more than 2k pi. I am taking the fundamental period, so it is 2 pi. And if this is our period of sine x, and I know that, then the period of sine ax plus b is nothing but 2 pi by x. Okay, we know that the period of sine ax plus b is 2 pi by x. Now observe this fx is equal to sine of pi by 3, sine of x by 3, sine of x by 3 minus pi by 2. Okay, so the period of fx is equal to 2 pi minus, this is 1 by 3, so this is 6 pi. This is our, actually let us see the option. So option B is our correct option. Okay, let us solve the question number 6. The question number 6 says that x equals to 1 is a 2 cross 2 matrix, 1 by 2 root 2 1 minus 1 3, and a equal to again a 2 cross 2 matrix, 2 minus 1 3 minus 2. Okay, x transpose denote the transpose of matrix x. If b equal to x transpose, then we have to find out x transpose b to the power 105 x. Okay, so we have to find out the value of this. Okay, now, so first of all, let us see, we have to find this. Okay, so it is given that b equal to x transpose, right? So first of all, let us find b square. B square equal to x transpose into x transpose, right? Now we know that matrix multiplication is associative, so I can write it x transpose x transpose, right? So we have to find out the value of x transpose a first. So I am finding x equal to 1 by 2 times of root 3 1 minus 1 root 3. So this is our x. If this is our x, what is our x transpose? So I am taking x transpose is equal to 1 by 2 root 3 1 minus 1 root 3, right? So let us find x transpose x. So 1 by 2 into root 3 minus 1 root 3 into 1 by 2 into root 3 minus 1 root 3. Okay, this is our x transpose x. Okay, so I can write it root 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 1 by 2 into root 3 by 2. Okay, and it will be root 3 by 2 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 and root 3 by 2, right? So we have to multiply. First of all, we have to multiply this row with this column, and we will write the first term of this matrix. So if we multiply root 3 by 2 with root 3 by 2, we will find 3 by 2. Okay, and if we multiply 1 by minus 1 by 2 with minus 1 by 2, we will find plus, sorry, it will be 1 by 4, and it will be 3 by 4, and it will be 1 by 4, right? So 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. Now this is our first element of this matrix. Now we have to multiply this row with this column, right? So if we multiply this row with this column, first we get root 3 by 4, and then we get minus of root 3 by 4. Okay, now if we multiply this row with this column, I will get root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4. Again I will get the same term. And if I multiply this row with this column, I will get 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, right? You can see this. So this is, it will become 4 by 4 0 0 4 by 4. So it will be our 2 cross 2 identity matrix, I 2 cross 2. Okay, so x transpose x is nothing but I 2 cross 2, right? So now let us see b square. is equal to x a, I can put I2 here, a x transpose, and it will become x a square x transpose, right? So I can say that x a square x transpose, right? Now observe that if x transpose x is equal to I2, I can say that x transpose is the inverse of x inverse equal to x transpose. In other words, I can say that A is an orthogonal matrix, right? This kind of matrix, we know that this kind of matrix is known as orthogonal matrix. So I can say that x transpose is the inverse of x. Okay, now if b square is equal to x a square x transpose, what is b to the power 105? We can follow the inductive method to get x to the power b to the power 105, and it will be x a to the power 105 x transpose, right? Now we have to find out this value, right? So what I am doing, I am multiplying by x inverse from the left and x transpose inverse from the right. So I can write x inverse b to the power 105 x transpose is inverse, okay, and it will be x inverse x a to the power 105 x transpose, x transpose, and x transpose is inverse, right? So it will become, so we know, we already showed that x transpose x inverse is equal to x transpose, so I am writing x transpose and b to the power 105, and it will be, we know that for any matrix a transpose is inverse equal to a inverse is transpose, so it will be x is equal to, if we apply associative law, we can write x inverse x a to the power 105 x transpose, and x transpose is inverse, so it will be a to the power 105. Okay, so b to the power x transpose b to the power 105 x equals to a to the power 105, right? So we have to find, now we have to find out the value of a to the power 105. Okay, so what is our matrix A? Our matrix A equal to 2 minus 1 3 minus 2. So 2 minus 1 3 minus 2. To find a to the power 105, first of all we have to find a square, right? So I am finding a square. A square is equal to a into a. So this is 2 minus 1 3 minus 2 multiplied by the same matrix 2 minus 1 3 minus 2. Now if I multiply this row in this column, I will get 2 into 2 4 minus 1 into 3, it will be minus 3. If I multiply this row in this column, I will get, it will be 2 into minus 1, sorry, it will be minus 2, so it will be 2 into minus 1, so minus 2, and minus 1 into minus 2, it will be plus 2. If I multiply this row with this column, I will get 3 into 2 6, and then 2 into minus 2 into 3, it will be minus 6. If I multiply this row with this column, I will get 3 into minus 1, it will be minus 3, and 2 into 2, it will be 4. So this is our, so it will be our, it will become 1 0 0 1. Again it's become our 2 cross 2 identity matrix I 2 cross 2, right? So a square is equal to I 2 cross 2. Now what I can do, I can write a to the power 105 at a to the power 104 into a. Now I can write a to the power 104 as a square is to the power 52 into a. Now a square is equal to I2, so it will nothing but I2 2 cross 2 power 52 into a. Now if we multiply identity matrix with identity matrix 52 times, I will get identity matrix again, so it is I2 cross 2 into a, and if we multiply a with I2 cross 2, I will get a. So x transpose b to the power 105 x, the value of this product is nothing but a. Okay, let us see the options. So this is our option A. Option A is our correct option. Okay, just a second, it is, yeah, okay, option A is our correct option. Okay, that's all about the question number 6. So let us solve the question number 7, which says that a j n equal to summation k equal to 1 to n k to the power j equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, where n equal to 1, 2, 3 dot dot n. Then we have to find out the limit n tends to infinity, a1n, a2n by a0n and a3n. Okay, so we have to find out the limit. First of all, observe what is ajn. Let us start the solution. Ajn is equal to summation k equal to 1 to n k to the power j, right? J equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Now, so let us start with a0n. Okay, so I am starting with a0n. So a0n means summation k equal to 1 to n k to the power 0. So this is equal to summation k equal to 1 to n 1. So it means it is nothing but 1 plus dot dot 1 n times, and hence it is n. Okay, so a0n is equal to n. Now let us see what is a1n. A1n means summation k equal to 1 to n k to the power 1. So it is nothing but 1 plus 2 plus dot dot n. We know that the sum of first n natural numbers is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2. So this is n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, okay, that this is our a1n. Let us see what is our a2n. A2n is equal to summation k equal to 1 to n k to the power 2. So this is nothing but 1 plus 2 square, it is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus dot 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 up to n square. We know that the sum of square of first n natural number is nothing but n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So this is our a2n. What is our n3n? A3n is equal to summation k equal to 1 to n k cube. So this is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus dot 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 up to n cube. So this is n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Okay, so we got a0n, a1n, a2n and a3n. We have to find out the limit n tends to infinite a1n into a2n by a0n into a3n. So we have to find out the limit n tends to infinity. Just a second, let me see it again. A1n, a2n, a1n into a2n by a0n into a3n. So this is nothing but limit n tends to infinite. The value of a1n is n into n plus 1 by 2. So I am putting here n into n plus 1 by 2. The value of a2n is n into n plus 1, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole by 6. Okay, the value of a0n is n, and a3n is this square, so I can write it n into n plus 1 into n plus 1 whole by 2 into 2. So 2 out, n out, n plus 1 out, n plus 1 out, n out. So and 2, 3. So limit n tends to infinite 2n plus 1 by 3 into n. So it is equal to limit n tends to infinite 2 by 3 plus 1 by n is equal to 2 by 3. Okay, now let us see the options. So 2 by 3 our option C. Option C is our correct option. Okay, so that's all about our question number. I have forgot the number. Question number 7. Okay, that's all about our question number 7. Now let us solve the question number 8. It says that S be the set of all 3 cross 3 matrices A Aij such that the matrix Aij power 3 has rank 1. Define R equal to rank of A such that A belongs to S. Then rank of R equal to. So we have to find out the rank of so we have then R equal to, so we have to find out R. Okay, R contains the rank of A. Okay, R is a set of rank of A where A belongs to S. So first we need to find the rank of A. Okay, we need to check the rank of A. What is given to us? Given to us rank of this matrix is 1. So I am considering this matrix Aij is cube, 3 cross 3. So this is nothing but A11 cube, A12 cube, A13 cube, A21 cube, A22 cube, 23 cube, A31 cube, A32 cube, A33 cube. Okay. Now observe that I am considering this as alpha, beta, gamma, where alpha is the first column vector, beta is the second column vector, gamma is the third column vector. Okay. Now observe that as the rank of this matrix is 1, I can say that column rank is also 1, and again hence column rank is 1 means it has only one linearly independent column. It means if you choose any two vectors among these three, they will be linearly dependent. Okay, so alpha, beta, this set is linearly dependent. Beta, gamma, this set is again linearly dependent. Alpha, gamma, this set is again linearly dependent. Okay, now alpha, beta is linearly dependent. It means I can write alpha as some multiple of beta, that is C beta, right? Now observe what is alpha. Alpha is the first column vector, so it is A11 cube, A21 cube, A31 cube is equal to the scalar C into beta. Beta means A12 cube, A22 cube, A32 cube, right? So from this I can say that A11 cube is equal to C into A12 cube, A21 cube is equal to C into A22 cube, and A31 cube is equal to C into A32 cube. Now if I from this I can, and hence from this I can say that A11 equal to C to the power 1 by 3, A12, A21 equal to C to the power 1 by 3, A22, A31 equal to C to the power 1 by 3, A32. Okay, I can say it. So as C is a real number and C to the power 1 by 3 must have a real root, so there exists at least one real number. Okay, so from this I can say that A11, A21, A31 is equal to C to the power 1 by 3 into A12, A22, A32. It implies that the first two columns of A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33 is linearly dependent. Okay, as its cube is linearly dependent, it implies these two column is linearly dependent. Okay, similarly I can show that this column and this column is linearly dependent, and this column is linearly dependent, and hence I can say that there exists only one linearly independent column. So the rank of this matrix is 1. So I can say that rank of A is 1 for all A belongs to S. So option D is our correct option. That's all about the question number 20.